surprising, really, considering that they were only a few points down with the amount of play they had. They got back into the game well. Cox towards Green and Fry, too tall, too good. Eddie Fry on the half-forward line for Sturt, too far out to score. Bagshaw playing up forward now. There could have been a move there. Baggy leaps, can't bring it down. Hargraves wants to claim the mark. Whoa! Well, there's about 4 or 5 players who flew for that, and Peter Hargraves has been paid the mark at the second grab. He's 40 metres out. The crowd would love to have a look at that one again. Peter Hargraves kicking perhaps just slightly into a breeze, not very strong, should make the distance. Heads towards the lake end. The kick is good, and Hargraves has got his first goal on the board. And Sturt hit the front at Football Park, 5-6 to West Torrens, 5-3.
Sturt players, Torrens supporters not happy with that at all. Here's the replay. Eddie Fry kicks towards the goal square, and watch Bagshaw from behind. Hargraves in front. Up goes Baggy. Hargraves appeared to touch the ball first, and back he goes. That's not a bad decision. Not a bad decision from the umpire.
Have to agree 100%. Rendell gets the tap back to Mano, nowhere to go, gives it to Primer, however. A kick to the half-forward line, looks for Inglis. In front, Hardeman, fine mark. Gee, what a battle between these two players. Hardeman has the pace and the brilliance, but Inglis the experience, and also 3 goals. Hardeman's 9th kick is not a well-directed, and if you can fault his game, it's been the fact that he's been poorly disposing of the ball. White is on the ground, gets it to McSporran. Long to the lead of Inglis again. Hardeman over the top, spoils. Gives a chase now to Mark Heinrich. Right there with him, Primer. Heinrich gets a bad bounce. In the action is Roberts. He's gone for holding the ball. Then the free kick to Sanders on the half-back line.
Well, the umpire took a guess about that one, Ian. He was right behind Neville Roberts, and I don't think umpires should guess.
Sanders. Rendell over the top. At the back, Davies. He won a handball away. He's gone for holding the ball. The crowd love it today. A few decisions are providing plenty of interest for the spectators. First kick to Primer. Oh, the kick is not a good one. High, out of bounds on the full. And it'll be Darryl Smith. But Davies appears to have hurt his back. Sandy Nelson calling Sims onto the ball. Concern definitely on Nelson's face as Davies is there with him at the moment. The action back, however, on the half-back line or half-forward line, depending who's in attack, and it's Matt Rendell with the ball. 55 metres out. Rendell's second kick. Looking for Johnson, Inglis in there as well, and there's another free being sorted out of this, and which way is it going? It's going to Neville Roberts again. Well, he's getting some, he's giving some. At least he's in the action. He's got a goal, should have had at least 2 others, but his kicking's let him down. Peter Mark is not game to guess this one. He's 25 metres out.
Well,
and Breeze at his back.
Back him in, Ian.
Well, Peter, the other 2 have been as easy as this. And the runner out to Davies again. But the action back with number 7, Rocky Roberts. And what a colourful footballer. You've picked the winner, Peter Marker. He's got a goal, a second one, and this time it's Torrens who hit the front, 6-3 to 5-6, 8 minutes into the second quarter.
Number 7, Rocky Roberts, what a return to football. That's goal number 44 for the season, and he's missed quite a few with injury. Runners everywhere on the ground at the moment. Davies is in a bit of trouble with his back. Here goes Davies. This is where he appeared to incur a back injury. A bear-like tackle from Rendell, and there's Davies. The expression on his face is indicating some pain, but he's back in the fray.
He seemed to fall right onto the knee of Rendell there, and right in the middle of the back, which he wouldn't want. Heinrich, the bottom of the pack, Hewitt the tackler, towards Alan Green. Right there with him now is Primer. The ball over to Lee Robson. The leading player is Johnson now to centre half forward by the looks of things. Inglis to centre half forward. Johnson quickly wants to play on to the lead now of Inglis. Going in towards the pocket. Inglis with Casey. The big fellow too strong. Takes the mark. On the lead, 25, 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
An unusual one, Ian. Dirk Inglis kicked 3 goals in the first quarter, and Neil Curley swung him to full forward. This is kick number 5 for Dirk Inglis.
The breeze coming in slightly from his right to left. No worries with the distance. No worries with the accuracy, and certainly value for kicks. Five kicks, 4 goals, and Torrens now kick clear of Sturt, 7-3 to 5-6.
Well, Neil Curley knows what he's doing. Dirk Inglis to full forward. There's the man that took over from Dirk Inglis at centre-half forward, Peter Roberts. Up goes big Dirk Inglis. The spoil is a pretty strong one from Casey, but Inglis had enough of that to convince the umpire that he should have a kick for goal, and that he did, and he kicked goal number 4.
Grinter back from interchange, and Sims who front spot. Hewitt, Craig, dispossessed, Alan Green and Fry. Alan Green run down from behind, Craig looking for the ball on the turf, and the umpire will come in and bounce. Umpire Rick Charlesworth between centre and centre wing. Torrens at the moment by 9 points in the all-important clash for that double chance in third spot. The ball farmed out now to Green. Oh, he got a bad bounce. Robson can't get it either. And players stack up once more, and the umpire will come in to repeat the bounce.
10 minutes into the second quarter. Torrens 7-3, Sturt 5-6. Number 34 is Barry Grinter. Number 4 is Sims. Grinter with the tap over the back. McSporran is there first. Out to number 40, who is Roberts. Turns around onto the left foot. McSporran's there and takes a beautiful mark in front of Heinrich. McSporran playing well for West Torrens. Kick number 8. Not a good kick towards centre-half forward, very high, over the top. The umpire has found a free kick, and it'll go to Sturt's Daryl Smith. Onto the ground in the second quarter for Sturt. Kicks towards centre-half forward. Sims is there, over the top. Craig McGarry with the tap. White is number 3. He replaced Craig Marriott a little while ago. Beautifully anticipated by Fredericks, number 2. Runs towards goal, but that one's offline. 1 point only. Sturt needing goals. 5 goals 7, trailing Torrens 7 goals 3.
Played 11 minutes of the second quarter. 8 points the difference. Doug Cox. A massive kick to the outer side, covering all of 65 metres. Eddie Fry again. Gee, he's pulled down a couple of rippers on the outer side. Too tall for Alan Green, who's certainly been in the action when the ball's on the ground. Eddie Fry from the half-forward right flank has Bagshaw in the square. With him is Davies if he can get off the ground with that bad back. We're going to see now Bagshaw in front, however. Can't pull it down. Derrington tunnel balls it out to Heinrich. He can't get it clear, and the umpire will come in and bounce 30 metres out in front of the goal. Baggy just delicately bounces the ball on his head, and he'll have a bounce down at centre-half forward. Grinter in the action with Davies, who got off the ground okay, got the tap away. Heinrich, nowhere to go, back to Bagshaw. He doesn't want it. Friedrichs pops one at goal. This is going to be home. What a goal, all close. The umpire says a goal. Enright must have been standing right on the line. But Sturt pushed that around and got their 6th goal on the ball, 6-7, trailing Torrens 7-3.
Superb handball by Sturt, and what a tap down to Heinrich. Heinrich to Bagshaw, and watch this one. He dummied that beautifully to Fredericks. Fredericks kicks his first goal. That was just in. The umpire was right on the spot. 2 fingers, 1 goal, 7-3 Torrens, Sturt 6-7.
Umpire Mostyn Runner, been around for a while, certainly would know what a goal and what wasn't a goal. A long kick in by Greg White towards Inglis. Casey in front this time, lose the ball. Daryl Smith back on it, loses his legs. Johnson nowhere to go, snook it in the corner, hooks it back towards full forward. Craig dispossessed. Buttering up now is Hannah on the left leg, hooks back in towards full forward. This is going to be close. Hill might let it go through. Oh, he touched it. Possibly wasn't to know, Peter Marker, but it would have gone through, I suspect, had he not.
Well, knowledge of where the ball is very important. He should have let that one go. Colin Casey kicks out. Under the ball is John Smith, almost takes it. Eddie Fry off hands, and in comes Daryl Smith. Craig back to Eddie Fry, superb movement. A bounce, away he goes again. He's picked up, gets it across to Friedrichs. Friedrichs goes long, looking for Derrington. Almost finding him. The umpire has said yes. And the West Torrens supporters not happy with that one either. I don't blame them. Kick number 6 to Derrington. And he's an important part of Sturt's make-up. The strong breakthrough rover is Jimmy Derrington. In he comes. The drop punt. That's going to fall short. Up they go. Grambo 2 punches at the ball and another punch by Peter Roberts for 1 point. Sturt 6-8. Torrens 7-4.
Played 14 minutes, an action-packed game, a good one, befitting, of course, the position on the table. 3 and 4 respectively, battling for that third spot. Kick in by Cox, higher than longer, towards Grinter. Off the pack, McSporran can't get it away. In there is Robson, gives the run to Green, tackled a little bit high, wins the free kick. Slips it out now to Greg White. The running par is Filippo. Right there with him, Johnson, if he can get clear. No, it's Hewitt. Backing up Filippo. Filippo in the forward pocket. Trying to get round onto the left leg. Hooks to McSporran. Good football, Peter Filippo. Sprung off the half-back line. Has given McSporran a chance from 40 metres out. Kevin McSporran, the will-o'-the-wisp run-on player. He had to kick a goal this afternoon, but he's given a couple away. The kick on the way now. The umpire said it's come back sufficiently. Gee, it was close, but it's a goal. And Torrens kick away again with McSporran's first, and they're 8-4 to Sturt 6-8. Great action on Channel 9. 15 minutes into the second quarter. 8 points the difference. Davies back on the ball now. Maybe the back's okay, hopefully for Sturt. He got up over the top that time of Grinter to Derrington. Under pressure, McSporran takes it away. He's on the left leg, pushes out a pass. Kevin Hill, low to the turf, can't bring it down. Craig picks it up well, drives towards centre wing. Wilson, with him there is Alan Green. Wilson on his lonesome, does it well, back turns nicely, puts it out in front of McGarry on the lead. Well spoiled, however, by Peter Roberts, playing at centre half-back at the moment, and he thumps the ball out of play. Half-forward left flank, Sturt would like another goal, and like it quickly. Hargraves this time with Grinter, who pushes Hargraves out of it, lets go, gives a perfect handball out to Primer. He sorts out midfield. Peter Johnson wants to run. Mano is clear, he's got to go back for the handball, not a good one at all. Friedrichs with the opportunity. Out on the lead is McGarry. This time Roberts won't get there, and McGarry takes the ball about 55 metres out. Bagshaw on the lead. With him is Cox, Bagshaw and Cox. Bagshaw front position, Enright gets a bad bounce. Heinrich back now to Eddie Fry, hooks in towards full forward, and the umpire said it's offline. And 1 point to the Sturt wingman, who's been into the action a lot, and Chris Day, that's his 7th kick to Eddie Fry, but several handballs as well. 8-4 West Torrens, 6-9 Sturt.
Doug Cox to kick off. He's done a fine job today. Concentrating, that's a better kick. Covering all of 60 metres. Davies is under it and marks effortlessly. Fredericks, the handball's not a good one, puts him in trouble. Back to Derrington. Oh, good tackle from Mano. Mano over the top. That's not a good handball, but it finds Robson. To Alan Green. Beautiful tackle, Ray Wilson. Puts Green down. Fredericks in. That's an even better tackle. Oh, the tackling is red hot here today at Football Park. Lee Robson is the recipient of that one. The kick to centre half forward. Up goes Peter Johnson. Made a big mistake a little while ago with a poor handball, but he won't make the mistake this time. Kick number 4 onto the lead. Oh, poor work by Sturt. Trimmer is a mile on his own. Sanders leaves Roberts, and that's where it goes. A loose man in the forward lines, West Torrens, and it finally ends up with that man, Neville Roberts, number 7. He's kicked 2 today, and the professional goal kicker, as we call him, has kicked 44 this year. This is kick number 6. And there is no doubt that Neville Roberts thinks he can kick this. There it is, the check side. Holds the ball up. Check side punt. And he runs. Deliberation. Superb. Magnificent shot for goal, Neville Roberts. Goal number 3. Torrens 9-4, Sturt 6-9.
Well, that's the kick of a confident player. Well done, Neville Roberts. But gee, what loose checking by Sturt. You would have to feel sorry for Sanders. Look at Sanders in the background pointing. No, you won't see it. They're pointing for someone to pick up his man while he's going to go and chase Primer. And it went over the top of Sanders' head to Roberts. And, of course, you can't blame Sanders from that because the looseness came from further afield.
Davies and Grinter. Ooh, a big jump from behind by Hannah. Derrington's in there. So is Hewitt. Scooped out to Friedrichs, onto his left foot, back to his right foot, and kicks towards Bagshaw. Cox from behind, spoiled beautifully. Well picked up McGarry. He saw Michael Graham. The kick went to him, but he dropped it. Filippo's doing a great job on Michael Graham. Cox backs up, runs along the boundary line, has a bounce, Oh, he's lost the ball. McGarry picks it up across to Ray Wilson. He loses it. The umpire says, McGarry, you can have a free kick.
Yes, well, old Doug Cox, he just hasn't quite got that touch at the moment. In the earlier part of the season, he would have bounded out with one grabs on that one and kicked it clear, but he lost it, and Sturt have got the opportunity through McGarry, who was legged, to Peter Friedrichs, who appears to be playing centre now, with Bagshaw having to go on up forward. He sorts out Derrington. Oh, loose checking again. Torrens player gave him 4 metres, and that's all Friedrichs needed. And he put out lace pass onto Derrington's chest, 30 metres out in front. Derrington, a frustrating season with injury, but still a very talented player. Sturt would like him fit and in form for the finals as he shoots towards goal, and that's successful. Derrington's got his first goal, beautifully set up by Friedrichs, and the Blues pull back 7-9 to West Torrens, 9 goals 4.
There's only 7 points in it, and loose checking's the name of the game at the moment. Craig Marriott about to come on to replace Hewitt. 7 points in it only, and some tight checking in the first quarter, loose checking in the second quarter.
At the centre bounce, Davies and Grinder up over the top. Hannah grabbed it beautifully. Can he get it clear? Busts the pack wide open, kicks long in towards full forward Inglis. Hill at the back of the pack if it sits. Nowhere to go, turns casually as you like and puts it through. A beautiful goal, Kevin Hill. And a quick reply from West Torrens. Hill second and West Torrens 10th. They lead 10-4 to Sturt, 7 goals 9.
Well, how often do you see a player take a jump like that at centre? Hannah does it beautifully, number 28, breaks the pack, and away he goes. The kick's too high for Inglis, but Kevin Hill's mate, pace from the wing. He stops, deliberates, has a kick, casual as you like, for Torrens 10th. 10-4, Sturt 7-9.
Goal for goal, tremendous football, great spectacle. Grinter and Davies. Grinter gets his bulk in front. The tap away is nullified almost. Now in towards Craig. Roberts over the top. Marriott once as well. It's pushed out to him by Hannah, or Hannah's going in for it hard now. Players everywhere. Craig back in defence. On the left leg, hooks around the corner. Green in the action. Wilson over the top. Quickly in Mano. Gets the Shepherd from Primmer. Did it well. Mano wants to get the handball away. Draws the opposition. Blocked by Green. Called to play on. Scooped up beautifully to Primmer. Primmer a long one in towards full forward. Hill! Oh, what a mark! What a beautiful mark. And he never looked like missing it at all. Set up beautifully. Got the sit. Poised in the air. And has pulled down the mark of the day today. Kevin Hill from 1 metre out. Kick number 6. Goal number 3. And what a day the young fellow's having. 11 goals for West Torrens. Sturt 7-9.
Ian Hannah is setting Torrens alight. There's a beautiful scoop by Ian Hannah in a minute. There goes Mano. That's almost holding the ball, Alan Green. There's the scoop. Hannah to Primmer. And watch little Kevin Hill come in for the magic mark. Over the top he goes. Eyes on the ball. They don't come much better than that. Torrens break away again, 11-4. Sturt 7-9.
Oh, what a game. Almost 23 minutes in. Torrens by 19 points. I don't think the breeze is going to be of any real consequence unless it springs up a lot more than it is at the moment. A wrestle at the centre bounce. Grinter comes out with it. Out now to Green. Gets the kick away, albeit not a good one. Primmer tries to half volley it. Hunt in there, taps it the wrong way. Getting back in defence. Sanders over to Mark Heinrich. He boots to the half-forward line. Philippou called out Ray Wilson, I would think, who didn't attempt to fly for the ball. The heavy bodies went in, but Philippou took the mark. Philippou from half-back flank.
Kicks along centre wing, in front, Darryl Smith. Picked up Mano, Primmer. Across to McSporran. A gentle nudge in the back by Fredericks. Gives away the free kick, but that's the professional free kick. Nothing wrong with that. That stopped proceeding somewhat. Number 13, Kevin McSporran. What a game he's played. Tries to move around the player, kicks forward. Oh, there's a big pack there, and a late catch by Neville Roberts. It must have been touched before the event because the umpire has run in and said, give it to me and I'll bounce it.
Rocky Roberts on the bottom of the pack where he normally is. Always looks exhausted. Comes up without a smile. A bounce down in the full forward right pocket. Inglis gets the benefit, passes off to Marriott, he doesn't want it, back towards the half-forward line. Going back for it is White, with him Johnson, has to pass off. Marriott wants the handball away, can't get it, pushes it high in towards full forward. Inglis at the back, takes the mark. Gee, there was a lot of pushing and shoving down there. The Torrens player flat on his face in the background. It could be Rocky Roberts again. They ought to call him autumn leaves. He's spending most of his time on the ground. But Inglis with the mark. Tucked in the full forward right pocket, only about 30 metres out. A difficult kick. Oh, made it look even harder. Off the side of his boot, out of bounds on the full. And Phil Heinrich to bring the ball back into play.
The kick to the half-back flank. Davies was in front, but front position taken by Grinter. The tap away. Mark Heinrich crawling along the ground. Through comes West Torrens, McSporran, Darryl Smith, Jimmy Darrington. Away he runs. Left foot kick, looking for Michael Graham, but well covered by Peter Filippo. Back, oh, that's a Russell Ebert for you. Over the top, Robson, Alan Green. He'll move onto his left foot. Does it beautifully to McSporran. He keeps running around the corner. Back to his right foot. Finds Johnson. He's in trouble. Pirouettes out of it. Trimmer, number 26, lines them up. And that's through the Torrens 12. 11, 12 goals for Torrens. Sturt 7-9. Trimmer's first goal.
Well, Torrens are doing all the backing up. They're doing it superbly. Watch Green now. Intercepted by McSporran. Around the corner. No, dummies. Back to Peter Johnson. Johnson in turn gets out of this tackle beautifully by Hardiman, who'd be one of the better tacklers in league football. Gives a chance to Primer. Settles from 30 metres out. And Torrens playing brilliant football, leading 12-4 to 7-9.
Sims number 4. Grinter can't get front position. Craig overruns it. Philip Heinrich. Oh, superb tackle by Craig Marriott on Gary Hardiman, holding the ball. And Craig Marriott takes away.
A long kick to the half-forward line. Roberts in the action again. One hand held. Sanders. Mano back to Roberts. He's only 40 metres out. Puts it in the air. Gives it a chance. And he's got it. He's bottled his fourth. And Torrens having a ripper quarter. Into time on. They're leading almost by 6 goals. 13-4 to Sturt. 7 goals, 9. Just over 5 goals.
44th goal for the year for Neville Roberts. Not 44th, 46. A strong tackle by Sanders. Roberts tried to grab it one hand. Mano back to Roberts, number 7, and he loves kicking goals, and he does it very easily at times. 13-4, Torrens. Sturt 7-9.
Kick 3 for the quarter. Back at the centre bounce. Sturt in trouble now. Friedrichs comes out with the ball. Back to Wilson on the wrong foot. A handball away will go to Neil Craig under pressure. Heinrich through the half-forward line. Grabbed, hasn't got the ball, and will get a free kick. Sturt badly need a goal into time on this second quarter. They trail now by 31 points as Phil Heinrich goes short to the lead of McGarry. He's not going to get there. In right in front, close to the line, not really concerned, takes it out of play. A throw in the full forward right pocket as Torrens now build up a sizable lead. Grinter and Davies at the throw in. Grinter goes towards the line. White over to McSporran. McSporran to the lead of Hill, and that's beautifully put out in front of that player. He takes it at centre wing, plays on quickly. Roberts again. Can't bring this one down. Sanders could get out of it for Sturt. Hasn't got the pace to get clear, however. Roberts back in the action, gives out the handball. Not a good one. McSporran has got to go back for it. Chips out a pass. Sanders back in defence. Inglis there with him. Can't keep the ball in play. And a throw-in will take place about 35 metres around from the Torrens goal. 13-4 to 7-9. Inglis and Sims. Inglis grabs it, pushes it out, getting underneath it. It's Hill, but it's not a well-directed kick. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will be taken in defence by Darryl Smith.
Sturt in a lot of trouble. 29 minutes in, trailing by 31 points. The kick from Smith. Oh, McSporran up, but Greg White, uncontested, takes the mark. Plays on immediately. Primer, number 26, in the middle of the ground. He's got Mano. Number 21, Mano, looks for goal. There it goes, but it's offline. 1 point only to West Torrens. 13-5, leading Sturt 7-9.
Gee, Peter, no contest at the moment. Torrens everywhere and very loose checking by Sturt. They appear to be a little rattled at the moment. This kicking is not well directed. Hardiman, however, gets over the top and thumps it down to Hannah. Hannah's got Robson there. Cleverly to Grinder, who can't grab it, however. He's still in there battling. He'll come out with the ball. Oh, he's swooped on by the Sturt defenders. Heinrich gets it out to the running Wilson. He bolts over the half-forward line. Only got Roberts to beat. Gets around him. Puts it in. McGarry. Beautifully intercepted by Grambo. Given back now to Derrington on the left leg. Dummies back to Bagshaw. Chips away at goal. And Sturt are offline again. And gee, they needed that. But once more, Torrens put on that pressure, and Sturt can't get clear in front of their goal. 7-10, 13-5.
Sturt in plenty of trouble. Matthew Rendell replaces Barry Grinder, and Barry Grinder has done a magnificent job taking front position away from Rick Davies and Peter Hargraves. Doug Cox, a better kick this time. Direction's not too good as Eddie Fry comes in and takes the mark, and he's played well, Eddie Fry, all day. He's had 8 kicks. He's also marked beautifully. In fact, he's taken 5 marks. That kick's not a good one, but Bagshaw's in front and takes an easy mark in front of a pack, uncontested. Bagshaw now playing at full forward, and do Sturt need this one? They're trailing by 31 points.
About 30 metres out, Paul Bagshaw. Normally a very accurate kick of the goal. Player who's exemplified all the skills over the years. And Sturt need him right now. Bagshaw's kick is going away with his boot, hit the post. Oh, the breeze just coming in from that northwest. Just took it off marginally. Only about 5 or 6 centimetres, but that was enough. And Bagshaw registers a point. Cox for West Torrens to boot it back into play. Torrens kicking for goal has been excellent, 13-5. Sturt not so good on 7-11. Doug Cox at the 32-minute mark, very close to the half-time siren. Out to the side, on the other side, but there's the siren to end the second quarter. A great one for West Torrens. In that quarter, they kicked 8 goals 3 and lead at half-time 13 goals 5 to Sturt 7 goals 11.